Topic chatting. Part 1. Question number 1. Do you like chatting with friends? Well, I really love chatting with my friends, especially through social media, because as the advanced of the technology, we don't have to travel distance to distance to only to meet our friends and to have some chatty talk or some trivial conversations. So yeah, I really love chatting with my friends, especially through social media like Facebook, Zalo, or Messenger. Well, on the other hand, I would prefer like chatting face to face, as people can easily interact with each other and they can just see facial expressions and body languages, and that would be like really beneficial for communications. Question number 2. What do you usually chat about with your friends? Well, we also always chatting. Like we can talk about like whenever we have trivial conversations, we talk about anything that we can think of. We can talk about studies to ask whether we have homework tomorrow or do we have to meet the deadline tomorrow, and we can chat about girls love chit chattings, and we also love to talk about others people. Like it's not a really bad action, but yeah, we like to judge people upon their like judge the book by its covers, and I don't think it's really matter because we just like trivial talks and we don't have any bad or negative intentions. So yeah. Question number 3. Do you prefer to chat in a group of people or with only one friend? Well, I'm a social person, so I love to chat in a group of people because each of them have their own interests and their own hobbies, and they can talk about it. And that is when we to like learn about a lot of hobbies and everything that people are talking about. Also, if we chat in a group of friends, we would have many other things to talk because if one cannot come up with anything to talk, another can come up with them, and we can just take turns to talk instead of like just two people sitting in a room chatting about the things, chatting and mumbling about all the things that they have all talked about before. Question number 4. Do you like social do you like communi- do you like to communicate face to face or social media? Well, as I've mentioned before, I love to communicate through social medias because of its various benefits. We can chat with people from a long distance, like I'm here in Vietnam and I can also chat with people in America to see what people are doing there. Or I can just like instead of going out traveling in the heat, we can just sit at home in our conditioner room. Then we just can easily talk to our friends about everything. That's how we call remote working. However, on the other hand, I also love to communicate face to face, as it is easier for me to see people's expressions, facial expressions, to guess what they are thinking, and to see their body language, to like figure out whether they like me or not, whether I should change the topic or not. These things cannot really like well identified by social media. Question number 5. Do you argue with friends? Well, I do. I have to say that I'm a competitive person, and all the times my friends said the things that is not my type, I was just arguing with them. I don't think it's argue. I think it's a little bit relating to debating because like whenever we have a debate, I have to like think of anything that is reasonable enough to convince them instead of just arguing impurposely or just arguing nonsense. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Thank you for listening.